Oh, yeah. A little bit of everything podcast. Luck is in the building. Per the usual. What's really going on with my people? Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm just chilling, enjoying it, having a good time, man. Life is good. Life is definitely good. And I'm looking at, I saw this post. If you're from the Bay or from San Francisco, a lot of the people who listen to me are from San Francisco or from the Bay Area in general. I do got some out of state listeners as well. Shout out to y'all. I even got a few out of country listeners still. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all all the way through and through. But this post had came up and I'm going to read it to you because it spun me down memory lane really, really good. It said here that the toughest kid today wouldn't be able to ride the 15 Third, the 9 San Bruno, the 44 O'Shaughnessy, the 54 Felton, the 29 Sunset, or the 14 Mission from end to end in the late 90s and the early 2000s. Now, those are all public transportation lines for the people who aren't familiar with San Francisco in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Those are the public transit lines. And in this time frame that they talking about, late 90s, early 2000s, my late teens going into my late teens, basically, and into my early 20s, but late teens, high school days, really. We used to, you feel me, ride the bus to school and to parties and, you know, wherever we was headed. We was jumping on the bus. That's where we was going. That was the movement. And, so what it made me think about, well, first of all, before I go any further, let me tell you about how that was, that point in time, that era. It was a lot of ass kicking going on, man. A lot of niggas was getting punished. You feel me? Because the 15 went through basically two hoods. The 9 went through one hood. The 44 went mainly through one hood. The 54 lightweight went through two hoods. One being Hunters Point for sure. One being Lakeview. The 29 went through the Rock and Lakeview. And the 14 Mission was really the that's where the Bloods and Crips, the Norteños and the Sereños, that's when that was going. Yeah, it was up on there too, man. You know, it was a lot of live action. But what it made me think about, though, was when how I almost got expelled from high school because of something that happened on the 9 San Bruno. I brought it over into school the next day when it happened. So I take you back to, grade school. It's two people that I went to every single elementary, middle school, high school. It's two people I went to all three of them with. My sis, Shelly B, and then this nigga named Mike Hilton, R.I.P. to Mike. He got killed. Mike got killed in like 2000. I want to say like 2004, maybe 5. Probably 2005. Because that's when everybody kind of started fucking with it after that. Not after that, but after that time frame, then that's when a lot of shit started going on in the flats. But, so me and Mike had a fight in elementary. We had a fight in middle school. We had a fight in high school. The middle school one was probably the best one. That's when we was down by the trade tracks, throwing hands. I lightweight think we had 2 in the middle school. We had 1 early in high school, and then that was kind of it. But this particular time was early senior year, like the very beginning. This was back when school used to start, like right before Labor Day. You feel me? And then you'll be off for Labor Day weekend, then you come back. In any event, And I remember this. I remember this story because there's certain parts that just stand out. For example, the whole thing started that day from me walking from school alone. Now, I rarely walked out of school alone. I was probably with Oraquan or some chicks or, any of the hoopers that was finna go hoop. You feel me? Jew and them or Herm or whoever. But on this particular day, I don't know why I didn't stay at school. Or maybe everybody else left. I don't know. But I left school by myself. Just a regular guy at 3:15. We left. And so when I walked down the hill, you feel me? Now, mind you, up until this very point, all we had was like that problem in ninth grade. We didn't have anything else for the next couple years. And school had just started. So I really hadn't seen a nigga, but whatever. So I'll come down the hill and he went to school with like two of his partners. And then it was like 6, 7 other niggas that would come up to the school and they'll all, wait for him and then, or them in high school, and then they'll all roll out together. And so, when I came down the hill, like I really pay niggas no mind. Like I said, we hadn't had an issue. So I didn't feel the need to, really trip off the nigga. So we come down the hill. I walk down to Bruno and Silver. And I'm waiting for the 9 to come. And they was down there waiting for the 9 to come too. I didn't really think too much of it at first. I'm just like, all right, well, they jumping on the bus, whatever. So boom. It go to Bruno and Bacon. It go like 3 blocks. So I jump off. And they jump off. And you feel me? I go mingle, but I'm watching them because they don't really come over there like that. So I'm mingling a little bit. I'm watching them. So I go to get back on the bus. All of these niggas get back on the bus. It's just me. They like 7, 8 deep. But when we get on the bus, I'm thinking it's like they got more niggas with them because it was hella people like with them. So in any event, now I'm on it. So I'm like, man, like I think these niggas is following me. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to get off at the house. Like I'm going to just go to Sunnydale, go to the swamp. Because my cousins be out there and my brother be out there. I'm not going to just go to the swamp. So we get past the house. We got like 2, 3 exits past the house. And the nigga come over to me. He like, what's up? Like, you feel me? I don't remember verbatim what the nigga said. But basically, he like, what's up? Like, you feel me? Long story short, we get to arguing. We bounce off the bus. Like, you feel me? So we get off the bus. Mind you, it's just me. We get off the bus and like 25 niggas get off the bus. You feel me? Now, I know he ain't 20 deep, but he was for sure. When I saw his niggas and I seen a few other niggas. You feel me? So I felt like niggas was trying to jump me. So me and him throw hands. And then let me tell you how chimmy the fight was. This is how chimmy the fight was. But, I mean, in my defense, I was kind of waiting for it all to really pop off. So I couldn't really focus on just fighting that nigga. But in any event, the fight was chill. We probably got like 2 blows in each. It was a whole lot of standing around and talking and walking around, whatever. Somebody said they was finna call the police, or we heard the police was on their way or something. And so, like, niggas, like, you take your backpack off. I threw my shit. So niggas get my backpack, take all my shit out, fuck all my shit up. Niggas is threatening me and shit. Mind you, I'm solo. All these niggas get off the bus together, end up leaving together. All of them. I'm like, all right, bet. So I go home. I tried to call my cousins. Wasn't nobody picking up. I'm like, all right, cool. Downstairs in the garage, Pops kept a Louisville Slugger right by like where you pull the car in, and then it's like this big ass like closet, bookshelf type thing. But it's empty. It's no like shelves in it. And right in the corner, he kept like this black Louisville Slugger. I'm like, all right. So I get the Louisville, put it in my backpack. Nigga, next day we go to school. And if I'm not mistaken, we was on block schedules. So, I mean, y'all old enough to know what the block schedule is. But for those who don't, you feel me? Like on Monday, we'll have like all 7 classes. And then Tuesday and Thursday, you'll have 4. And then Wednesday and Friday, you start a little bit later. You only have 3. So I catch the nigga after the first class. And we got the little like 15, 20-minute break. They always in the lunchroom. Like no matter what, they wasn't in the hallways with us. They wasn't outside with the other motherfuckers. They was always in the lunchroom. You feel me? So I came in the lunchroom. Over in the corner like they normally is him. And I don't know who else he was with. But he was with somebody else. I walk over there. Boom. He's sitting down. They both sitting down. Put the backpack on the table. Unzip it. I'm like, so you niggas tried to jump me yesterday? Nigga like, bro, what is you talking about? Like, you feel me? We shot the fair one. Boom. I pulled a bat out. Blow. Hit it on the table. What's up? Where niggas at now? The nigga who was sitting at the table got up and walked off. So now it's just me and Mike. Like I could tell in his eyes, like he was spooked, but you couldn't show it, you feel me, at that point in time. So I hit the bat on the table again. Bow! Like, nigga, what's up, nigga? Like, you ain't tough now, you ain't got all your niggas with you? Like, what's up? And then even now, at that point, at that age, at 17, I just wouldn't take. I had got into some shit the year prior with some double rock niggas. And long story short, a lot of people was kind of like looking at me like, all right, you feel me? He went out soft or he didn't go hard against them niggas. So, you know, he kind of might be, you can get him. Not after that bad accident. So, you feel me? Security come and they, Mike, this is like 2000. Yeah, this is still 2000. Security come, they walk me up out of there, walk him up out of there. I end up talking to the principal. On this particular day, I guess I decided to go on the Batman spree with the goddamn superintendent of the school district, the principal, and the vice principal, all at the school on that day. So, man, I had to talk to all 3 of them. And then we had to have like a conference with his parents in mind. And then it was just a whole bunch of malarkey. I almost got expelled. I ended up getting suspended for like 4-5 days, something like that. So, check how this all revolves. So, get suspended. Weekend go past. Had like 2 days left for the next week. So boom, I go to school. And then that weekend, now my mama used to let me drive her Jeep. She had a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And I go up to this chick house who stayed maybe like, she really stayed walking distance, but like a 2-3 minute drive. So I go to her house. I'm over there. I'm kicking it. I get ready to leave. Back out the driveway. Go to the crib. Monday morning come. And mom's is like, no, not Monday morning. Monday afternoon when I get home from school. I come in the house and mom's like, you got something you want to tell me? And I'm like, nah, not that I know of. Like, everything is straight. And she like, well, you got into a car accident. I'm like, I got into a car accident? Like, when? Like, I don't recall hitting nothing or bapping or nothing. So she's like, yeah, you hit the neighbor. I guess I hit the side mirror of somebody's car. And they knew the car because my mom was always at my auntie and uncle house, who was right up, right up the street. And so, They didn't let me. She didn't let me drive the car no more after that. But they ended up telling me like, if you get a job, you could get a car. And just so happened, a couple days earlier, my brother, one of my older brothers, was telling me how he just got this janitorial job, and if I wanted to get on, he'll put me on. So I called that nigga, and like a month later, like a couple of like a week later, I had the job, and then like a month later, they got me my own car, and it was a 2001 Pontiac Grand Am. They just dropped it like in September, and it ended up being a rental car for like that month or so, and it had like 9,000 miles on it or something crazy like that. And so, and you know what the first thing I bought? Because, I was already generating a little bit of money. First thing I bought when I got that car was a Alpine deck with a little remote control that you could control. You could change the songs and shit. First thing I got. Before I got beat, before I got tint. I ended up getting tint a little bit later. I think I got beat like for my birthday or something. But yeah, it used to go down on them buses, man. That's the long version of this whole thing. It was a lot of shit going on them buses back in the day. You feel me? And I call it gladiator school. Like, you really used to, you feel me, go down. You seen a lot of niggas get stomped out, their ass kicked, and all kind of crazy shit. One thing I didn't remember hearing about was shootings on the bus. It wasn't many shootings on the bus. It was mostly just fist fights. And yeah, good times, man. But that made me think about that. Like the 44, the 54, all them bitches used to crack after school. I'm talking about. Woo, nigga. But yeah, man. High school, man. Yeah, that's actually one of my questions. Shit, if you could go back to high school, what would you go back to high school if you could? I would go back to maybe 16, 17. I think that's when, let's do 17, 18, because then I had a car. That was when I had like the most fun. Like, you feel me? It was almost an adult, but you wasn't an adult yet. Because this adult shit is a scam, okay? I don't know why niggas want to grow up so fast. But man, we should have kept our goddamn mouths closed and just rolled that out forever. Because, yeah, that shit is a scam, bro. That shit is a scam. We had it good. But I would definitely, because high school was lit. High school was really hella fun, man. And I probably didn't realize it until after I was gone. But, well, shit, that's probably most people. But high school was for sure lit. I know a lot of people would. I think I'm going to say that one. I think a lot of people would. But, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. I would, though. All right, let's switch gears real quick. Ooh, yeah, all right, I'm going to say that one. I'm going to say the one about me having to chase down the goddamn FedEx driver after my phone got stole, but whatever. We'll get to that in a second. All right, I found this one really interesting. A girl had tweeted and said, men's relationships last longer because they let a lot of shit slide. And I felt like that was just probably this. Twitter has a lot of idiotic banter, but that was probably one of some of the stupidest shit I ever seen in my life. Now, I get the premise of what she's saying. The premise of what she's saying is men don't hold on to things as long as women do. That's really what she was saying. But the whole letting it slide is what threw me. The way she said it is what threw me, because this is one thing I know about women, okay? Women will really be ready to stop fucking with you if you miss like a birthday dinner or a baby shower or the baby birthday or something that they feel like is extremely important and on paper is really not all that important. You feel me? I done missed a few birthdays and dinners and parties, and I'm not, and my friends have missed mine. I'm not falling out with a nigga over that. I'm not falling out with a nigga because the nigga looked better than me or he dressed better than me when we was going to go do something. Like, that's not all women. I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women have petty reasons why they end friendships that men just ain't gonna do. You feel me? And somebody, I recall this one very correct, very, very, very vividly, that a dude was saying how, and this was some stupid shit, but I remember this one because it stood out, how dudes will fuck the same chick and not fall out, but women will fuck the same man and fall out. I said, nigga, that's a goddamn lie. Because niggas will be knocking down the same thing and don't even know it and then find out and end up completely beefing, shooting at each other and fighting and all kind of shit. There are a lot of things that will make men fall out. Women is up on the top of the list, along with money and ego. Now, falling out over money happens. It doesn't, it just happens sometimes. Ego, I don't think that's a female thing until after they already said their piece. Men just have egos and just separate over time. Like, that's just the way it go. Or they think they're bigger than the other one, or they don't need the other one, or, shit like that. But the whole letting shit slide, like, not everything is that important to fall out with somebody or even have an argument about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not. And it's cool to argue. It's cool to disagree. But we ain't gotta not be friends no more or go be cool with somebody else's enemy because me and that person fell out, which is what women do. We ain't gotta take it that far. I mean, some men do. I'm not saying men don't. But for the most part, men don't go that extreme. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, there's a lot of shit you can let slide that you really don't need to be tripping off of. It's not that serious. You can feel some type of way about it, and you can say your piece, but y'all don't gotta not be cool no more. But some people won't even say their piece. They just start acting completely weird with motherfuckers and stopping answering phone calls and being dry. Like, what? I don't even know what happened. But, yeah. Yeah, that shit wild. That shit wild. Well, shit, while we here, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break something. I'm going to say something that a lot of men could relate to. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure some women have gone through this scenario, but men for sure go through this. I know this for sure. One of the worst scenarios, if not the worst scenario, when you're dealing with a woman, relationship-wise. And I ain't saying y'all gotta be boyfriend and girlfriend, but relationship-wise, if y'all fucking with it, it's a relationship, one way or another. But when you catching feelings for her, or you got real feelings for her, and she end up going back to her ex. Oh, nigga, let me tell you. Oh. Let me tell you something. That's a cold ass feeling. You feel me? Let me break down the timeline for you, okay? Let's just say, what we in? We in the end of March. Okay. So let's say New Year's Eve, you met her. You feel me? She just broke up with her nigga in December or November or whatever the fuck. She just broke up with him. They was together for a while. Boom, you get her. And within maybe, let's just say by the end of January, y'all kicking it, food dates, talking all the time. And let's say by, a week or two after that, let's just say y'all fucking all February. How about that? Let's go with that, right? Now, the other nigga's still around. You feel me? He pop in now and then. She'll bring it up. She'll say something about it. You feel me? It's really transparent that he's around, but it's not like she telling you he around for that purpose. Or, And when I say around, I'm not talking about a baby. I'm talking about, like, you feel me? They still in communication. You feel me? They may get into an argument every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So now we in March. No, I ain't gonna hold you. You feel me? A lot of niggas gonna fake it, but be keeping it real. After about 2 months, especially if you've been fucking her for about a month or two, you feel some type of way towards her or about her. You feel me? You like the bitch. It's cool. Just say it. It's all right. It's open. This is a safe forum. You like the bitch. You like her. You feel me? And then the momentum just shift a little bit. You can just feel it like, Well, I used to hit the phone and I could. Well, she used to come. Yeah. We had this. It just changed. It's subtle, but you feel it, right? And then booyah. She done got back with the nigga. Now, I already respected the women that would tell you, you know what? You feel me? I think we're finna try to work this out. Actually, the majority of women I've ever dealt with when that happened, that's what they would do. They would just say it like, you feel me? Like, we finna trying to, put this thing back together or see how it work or whatever. Or the nigga want to go get it back. You feel me? Like, that happens. And the player in you be like, yeah, it's good. Like, you feel me? If that don't work out, like, we still cool and, But the heartbroken nigga inside you was like, this dirty whore. How dare her? Bitch, I loved you. How could you just do me? Like, hey, listen. Them feelings be real, man. Them feelings be real. And this is why I tell people this, and I also do it for myself. You cannot fly in head first all the time when you start talking to somebody new, because if it starts moving really, really fast, you either end up damn near in a relationship. You end up being boyfriend and girlfriend without even really knowing you being boyfriend and girlfriend, and it collapses. Or you can end up being together and it works out. Or y'all basically fuck the spirit out of it because y'all just fucking with it so tough. And then it ain't got the same punch. Or as it progresses, you start seeing, you were so infatuated in the beginning that you start seeing it's a lot of holes in y'all relationship or, whatever y'all got going on. So I always feel like you should always take your time. If you start talking to somebody, I don't give a fuck if you know them 20 years. If you start talking to somebody, even if you used to fuck with them before, if you start talking to somebody, give yourself a few good months before you decide what you want to do. You feel me? I know everything is fast paced in this era now. You got to be fucking within 48 hours. But if you give yourself enough time to miss them and get to know them all over again and understand some of their quirks and they understand some of yours, it's a good chance your shit gonna last a lot longer. But flying head first straight into that motherfucker, That might not work good for you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But it's definitely something to think about, though. But in any event, yeah, that'd be the cold one, man. That'd be the coldest, man. I love this bitch. And she goes, she went back to the nigga. And then when that don't work out and she try to like spin the block, like, baby, the thrill gone now. I done got you out my system now. That's one thing about me. I will say this about myself. I'm one of them people. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people like this. But I can do it while it's still going on, if that makes any sense. Let me say what it is. If I cut how I feel about you off, whether it's after it's over, whether it's during, I can't cut it back on. I can't say I can't. But goddamn, it's difficult to. Even when I really be wanting to. Like, all right, I like pep talk myself into it. All right, I'm finna fuck with her again for real. Like, it was solid. It just got a little screwy, but it's good. It's done. It's hard. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying I ain't never did it before, but it's just hard. And the older I get, the more stuck in your ways you get. But yeah, so I try. If I'm still feeling you, I try not to lose the feeling. But if you MIA or absent, you make it difficult for a nigga to feel that. You feel me? So, but that's just me. Let's get on to more better things. I don't know y'all want to hear about me. So, snowfall. Now listen. I ain't even going to talk about snowfall just yet. Okay, but where I'm getting this ideal from, or where I got this topic from, is because of snowfall. I'm not going to talk about snowfall just yet. I have a question sitting in here about Snowfall being the greatest TV show ever. And I'm going to get back to that once it ends in a couple of weeks. And I'm going to go back and watch it again from the beginning. And then I'm going to come back and do it. Somebody has said on Twitter, no, or was it Instagram? It was one of the motherfuckers. Or was it Facebook? You know, Facebook is the pit, the land of the evil. But on one of them socials, somebody has said, and it was somebody that was young, you could clearly tell, but they said that they understood there was a lot of creativity that goes into making Snowfall and its episodes. But how much of that was really going on in the 80s? And when I seen it, I was like, nigga, the 80s was really crazy. Like, wow. Just, like I talked about this before, being a part of something when it first hit, right? Like, anything is happening. Like, everything is going on. I remember being a young nigga, man. I remember, not young in the 80s, because I was like, I was 7 by the end of the 80s, or 6 by the end of the 80s. But in the 90s, once I became a teenager, and my uncles used to always be at my grandma's house in the back room, back there just talking about all the old shit, and the shit that they still had going on, but all the old shit too. And like that shit you be seeing on Snowfall, motherfuckers getting kidnapped, and like the whole tiger shit that they had, that really happened. It had somebody running around in LA like that. But like drug dealers getting kidnapped, families getting killed, and like all of that shit was really happening, like in real time. And it was normal. Like that was the animal eating the animal. Them Rays was sick too. I done heard a few tall tales about them joints. But like the 80s was many. And watching Snowfall is definitely like a nostalgia about it, because I heard a lot of stuff growing up. I didn't really witness too much of the crackhead era until the 90s. But in the 80s, I bet you them dope fiends was doing anything, nigga, for some dope, for some crack, for that high. And I think every decade has its own like set of wild shit. You feel me? Like I know the 2000s did. And the 10s, you feel me? And we got some wild shit going on now. But I don't know, it was like 80s was like I know it had to be like the apex of time. You feel me? Niggas smoking weed at the party, crack at the party, coke at the party. It's all kind of fucking going on. Like, nigga, this is it. Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The 80s was lit, man. I know it was. I wasn't old enough. I done heard some tales. I done seen some documentaries. I done seen some things. You feel me? 80s was for sure lit, man. We should have been there. We should have been there. We would have all been drug lords. You feel me? But Snowfall touches on a lot of real shit that was going on in the 80s, man. You just gotta look that shit up when you watching it. Google some shit. I like to Google shit while I'm watching shit. Like, man, how real was this? Okay, this was real. Okay. Cause you know niggas be putting 2 on 10, trying to distract niggas and shit. But yeah though. All right. I was gonna do this whole, I think I already did that though. Because I was always telling people how Nelly was like the precursor for 50 for selling. Well, I mean, he was. But DMX was kind of like the precursor for a Nelly. Record sale wise. Not so much the type of music they made, but record sale wise. 50 was like 50 was something different when he came. He had the perfect blend of ultra violence and somebody who had the violent acts that happened to him to back it up. And he had him going on while he was violent. The nigga got stabbed, didn't he? While he was hot, like at the studio. But when they came, like not everybody drops and sells 4 or 5 million, you feel me, in a few months. Like this was shit Nelly and 50 was doing. Nelly, my God, nigga. Nelly had it all going. And this was somebody that they said when he was going in to do the record deals that people were saying his sound was boring. But because Nelly was the beginning of the Midwest type of rapper like that. It's been Midwest rappers. I'm not saying it hasn't been. But as big, like that soul like Nelly, nah. In 99, when Nelly was coming out, that was 99, right? Or was that 2000? I mean, or was that 98? I think that was 99. When Nelly came out in Cornell Hayes, yes, that's who I'm looking for. Nelly dropped in, 99. When Nelly dropped in 99, it was Nas and Jay and X on the East Coast and Cash Money and all of them in the South, Ghetto Boys and Luda. And then you had a slew of West Coast rap with Dre and Snoop and even the smaller Bay Area rappers, you know, Quinn and JT them and Sibo really had a big name at that point. And of course Snoop and all that shit. But well, at that point Snoop was still a West Coast rapper. So there really wasn't. I mean, you had M, but M wasn't black. M was white. So, like, Nelly was like he blew up. You feel me? And then 50 was like right after him, blew up. And I don't know if it's been a rapper who has sold like 50 since 50. I'm talking about like 4 or 5 million. I mean, well, yeah, Drake. But has Drake sold 4 or 5 million? I think Drake's highest selling album is like 3 times platinum. But Drake got a bunch of singles and bangers, and everybody love his music individually, not so much the body of work. But yeah, I don't think we've had nothing. Drake is probably the closest to that. Man, that's wild. That's different. Music is a really, I don't know what's going on in the music industry. Maybe the value of music is going down because you can stream it. It's so readily accessible. And you can hear whatever song you want, whenever you want. But a lot of as you see, or as we're seeing, a lot of these musicians are selling off their music, like the rights to it and all of that. Because, and I don't know if it's like you can kind of tell what's getting ready to happen, because when basically being able to download music illegally, and like that was what was getting ready to happen. You feel me? Like, this is coming and you're not going to be able to stop it. You can either get down with it or get all your shit stole, because that was really all it was. You feel me? And that was at the time too. You feel me? 99, 2000, where one person would just buy the CD and burn it for everybody. You feel me? I had booklets of burnt CDs. So once you was able to just basically steal music or just get whatever songs you wanted to without having to buy them. You feel me? I think that record CEOs and companies was like, all right, we got to conform to what's getting ready to happen. I don't know. We can see what's getting like it's a reason why everybody is starting to sell off their catalogs. I mean, they still making music, and they could probably get maybe better deals after they sold it, or to start over would be different, or maybe they'll just have more rights to their music this time around. But it's something going on. Like, it changed when it went from cassette to CD, from CD to MP3 to streaming and all that. Like, this is something. It's got to be something else coming. It's got to be. We just ain't seen it yet. They're trying out artificial intelligence shit too, which is crazy. But hell yeah. All right, man, I'm out of here. I ain't got time to do this with y'all. I gotta go. It's a reason why the name of this episode is letting the ground turkey thaw out, because that's what I'm really doing. I'm in here waiting for the ground turkey to thaw out so I can make spaghetti. But yeah. So before I get up out of here, let me tell you about my iPhone 14 Max FedEx incident. So my cousin is on my phone line. She needed a new phone. Her phone was on its last leg, whatever. Order the phone. You can get it delivered to the crib. I'm like, oh yeah, just deliver it to mom's house. We'll get it taken care of. Day of, it's supposed to be coming on this day. I believe it was on Wednesday. I did have to work a double. So I go to the city to go get the phone. So I get to the city. I get there. When I pull up, park in front of mom's house, she lives it's like a hill behind hers. I mean, no. Across the street from her, you can see up the street. And I saw the FedEx truck up the street. So about 5-10 minutes later, little Mexican cat pulls up with it. So I go outside and meet him. Like, you ain't got to come up the stairs. Like, I can get it from you. We good. Boom. I go get the package. He do the little whatever. And oh, shit. I didn't even know that happened to women on the buses. In any event, I Like I said, it used to be a madhouse on them bus lines back in the day. I get it. He do the little sign thing. Boom. I take it in the house. Open the box. It got the little bubble wrap shit all on it. And I open the remove the bubble wrap. And what do I get to see? Empty iPhone 14 box. Not empty where I opened the iPhone 14 box and saw that it was empty. These motherfuckers ripped the side of the box, took the phone out. Right? So I instantly went into nigga mode. Hold on, bitch ass nigga. Y'all not finna play me. Jump in the car. So now I'm smashing. Looking for the FedEx truck. We ended up parallel. I was on the main street. He was on like the next street up. But I seen him coming through the intersection when I was going through. Man, boom. I buck a Huey. Go around, pull up behind him, nigga, go around him, cut him off. Boom, bounce out. Hold on, bitch, nigga. Like, what y'all doing? Like, y'all playing games. Like, you feel me? I'm flashing. I got the box in my hand. I run up on the truck. It's whatever. If he want to get out and go, we can square up. You feel me? We can do whatever we got to do. So he spooked. His whole face was, oh shit, this motherfucker's really mad. You feel me? He instantly on the spot does the stolen claim. I'm like, yeah, all right. I get on the phone with Verizon. We talk our talk. FedEx ended up calling. We talk our talk. I was so mad. Like, I actually had to go buy a drink to calm me down, which is rare. I don't like drinking when it's something really, really wrong. You feel me? But I couldn't calm down. I was turned up. I was hype. I had to go get the you feel me? The weed syrup. I needed to calm down. You feel me? Man, these niggas stole the phone. I'm going to keep it. I think that was like February 20th or some shit like that. Do you know we still lightweight going through this shit over this phone? We got the phones but man, it's just been a whole ordeal. Like on some real shit. It really has been. It really has been. But I couldn't believe somebody stole. Man, they stole the motherfucker. Then put it in. That somebody from FedEx had to do it. They stole it. I mean, they got the box. They took the phone, ripped the phone out. I don't see why. I mean, it would have been the same result anyway, but ripped the motherfucker off. Ripped the motherfucker off, put it back in the box, put the bubble wrap over it, retaped it, and then, boy, I was hot. There's some cold niggas in this world. I don't mean niggas as in black people. I mean individuals. There's some cold niggas in this world. You understand me? That shit had me so mad. Ooh, I was hot. I was ready to fuck somebody up. But, you feel? And that ain't the first time I had something stole from me in this whole package delivery shit. The last time that happened, I was trying to get the white and red, I guess they call them candy cane, 14s, the Jordans. I ordered them motherfuckers, and this the coldest part. I'm at work. It got delivered at like 2:15, 2:20. My girl at the time got off work and got to the crib at like 2:35, and the fucking package was gone. You feel me? Because I knew she was going straight home, so I called her. I'm like, did you get the package? And she was like, it wasn't no package here when I got here. I'm like, what? So she went to check at the front desk and asked the neighbors, and a motherfucker came in with the UPS truck, followed it, saw them put the box up there, Wait till they left. Went up there, grabbed the box. Bro, and this, have y'all seen that video of the people basically bum rushing the Amazon truck? You don't even know what's in these boxes. It could be medicine. It could be lube for anal. It could be motherfucking, I don't know, a clock. It could be remote control batteries. Like, it could be anything inside these boxes. You don't know what's inside the box, the package, whatever the fuck. You don't know what's in there. It could be 2 plastic forks in that bitch. You just gonna take it. You don't even care what's in it. Like, that's how chimmy the world is now. Niggas just steal to steal. They don't even know what they stealing no more. They just stealing to steal. It could be anything in them boxes. But I get why people steal. But even stealing an iPhone is a risk because they can still track the phone. Like, they're tracking the phone once it leaves their facility because they wait for a phone to come back. But whatever. To each his own, big dog. Don't let a nigga like me with some common sense stop you. Keep on, keeping on. But in any event, a little bit of everything podcast. Glad I got to get in here and, bust this down for you. And it wasn't no short one. But yeah, thawing out the ground turkey, man. I'm going to let y'all on the flip side. Peace.